it going, everyone? It's your boy Brian back at it again with another episode of the High Notes Podcast. As always, I'm joined here with my co-host,
Egg Pete McNasty.
And Melody, I guess.
That was a weird switch up, I guess.
It's a day today.
All right, gentlemen, but we have an action-packed episode. We're going to be going over the Annabelle haunted house situation, the real-life prison break. We had a real-life prison break, and then finally we're going to wrap this up with the Joey Bada going against the entire West Coast is what it seems like at this point. But gentlemen, let's take this right off the top. Have you heard about this Annabelle story?
I haven't.
Now, McNasty, you're the one that put this into the key.
Yeah.
Can you give us a rundown on this?
I'm blessing y'all today. I'm reviving the conspiracy corners. I want y'all to put your thing and caps on, please.
Right. Caps on.
Think about it.
All right.
Some people don't believe in ghosts. Some people don't believe in demons.
I believe in all that shit.
You believe it?
I believe in all that shit.
The Raggedy Ann doll that Annabelle is based on, that shit is really haunted, and motherfuckers is playing around with it.
Now, for those of you that don't know, the Annabelle doll comes from the if you've ever seen the Conjuring movies, that is based off of real history, essentially. And that is what the Annabelle doll that's right now it's technically being put on display.
They're on tour. They're taking it on tour.
Which is, to me, the most crazy shit I've ever heard in my life. If you hear that some shit's haunted with demons and shit, are you going to take it with you anywhere other than where you found it?
Right. So listen, they had this like locked up. This is literally a Raggedy Ann doll. Raggedy Ann doll's been around since like the early 1900s, I think. It was just back in the day, old school antique type stuff. So apparently the demon is attached to the doll.
Apparently, that's what they allege in terms of the hauntedness of this doll.
Yeah, so listen to this, right? There's signs saying do not take it out the cage. So under no circumstances, take it out the cage. Mm-hmm. So they have a sign like that, but they want to take it across the whole country. And then the destination they picked is New Orleans.
Now, I will say this doll specifically was kept in its container where it's not supposed to be removed from. So is the demon trapped within the container inside of the doll?
It's attached to the doll.
The doll.
So, but the thing is, like, something that crazy.
Should it be even remotely touched is the real question.
Oh, like, that's probably, like, one of the reasons why people want to go see it. Like, I just thought about it, because now I'm just thinking, I'm like, I do not believe a doll, like, because I watch the movies.
Yeah.
You know, so I do not believe a doll could just walk from there to there. Or to move from there to there, or to like open a door and shit.
But they don't believe that it's the doll. They believe it's the demon inside of the doll moving the doll.
So the demon just be creeping about.
I know.
Blood stains on the walls.
Everywhere.
Oh.
Shit turning on and off.
That's what I'm like. How is there blood stains on the wall from something that's not there?
Have you ever seen like any of those like haunted series on like?
That's what I'm saying. That shit is not real.
How do you know the exorcism wasn't real? It was based on a true story.
Okay. Like
the Amityville
horror.
Horror.
You talking about stuff like that? All right.
That's what this doll falls under that category.
Yeah.
Well, I'm over here thinking like, I don't know. A doll could just move from there to there.
It's not like the doll just floating.
He's thinking Chucky. That's the thing. Okay. Yeah. But even Chucky was technically possessed.
That is true.
Yeah. That's what you're thinking. But this is more along the lines of
demonic activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like whoever has the doll got the demon.
Can't like a chair be haunted too?
Technically anything could be haunted.
So if we go by like if you
know
funny, bro.
Have you ever seen a show like Supernatural?
Yeah.
So it goes based off of if we base it off a show like that, it would be based off of. So they've done episodes in the past where it was like if maybe a lock of hair, somebody kept a lock of hair of that person and they never burnt it, it would technically still be linked to that. Anything that links it back to the physical world. The only way that you could get rid of something like that is if you burnt it.
And sometimes you can't burn it, right?
Well, no, it depends. So if it's a human spirit, then yes, you could technically burn it, and then that would get rid of that evil spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the D word? I mean, pause. Like the D spirit.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like demons?
Yeah.
So demons would be the ones that you wouldn't be able to directly just burn their body. It depends on the type of demon. You wouldn't be able to just burn their original bodies.
So like that, like them. Like they just never existed. Like they just were always like an evil like entity or a form.
Annabelle, the doll.
Not like the demons. Like you said like a human.
Some of them, some of them, yes, they're like. So the way that the show describes it is that some of them are like based off of like really old demons to the point where they've almost transcended their past lives. Like there are hierarchies.
Oh man, are we talking about the movie or we talking about the real life?
Talk about a TV show, bro.
No. That's how they explain it.
No. I'm talking about real life. Like, could that happen in real life?
So listen, this is from my understanding of demons. Yeah. It could be like, let's say you have like a serial killer type stuff, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like somebody who's just truly evil. Like
just a bad person.
Just want to see you fall and die and shit.
There are people like that.
If he dies and his spirit is raging on, that could be like ghoul demon type shit, right?
And it could like attach to something.
Yeah, and then there's just like the mythical Johns, which is like shit that are just demons from the get-go, like ancient bad energy.
Sheesh, heck no.
Yeah,
that'd be scary as heck.
Facts.
Yo.
So like, and then it could just be like vengeful spirits, cause like, let's say if it's like an Indian burial ground, and they just vengeful.
Yo, now that you say that, I can tell you all a quick story.
Go for it.
So my professor from college, right? My college professor, he's like my music professor. Yo, he used to tell me like the craziest stories, right? So he used to work with like audio.
Okay.
So back in the day, he used to work with a ghost hunting crew, because he used to like record like the audio of the ghosts and shit, of the spirits. So one time he went to a Indian Native American burial ground. Mm-hmm. And well, it was like, no, what was it? It was like a store, but they built it on a burial ground. Yeah. And he told me that like, well, he told the whole class that he was like they were investigating it. Mm-hmm. And like he was doing stuff, whatever, and he got to the gate, to like a gate.
Okay. And
he had like a, I don't know what it's called, like a video, like how you see like the video, like you can see like the
video camera.
Yeah, but it's like you
like
can,
a thermal.
Yeah, thermal shit. Yeah. So he told me that. Well, he told the class that he seen like he was just looking around, and when he got to the gate, like he just seen like a big like a 7 foot, 8 foot figure, like with horns and shit. He told the class that like what it looked like for him was like an alien. Like it looked like
it wasn't just supposed to exist at all.
Yeah, like it looked like a depiction of an alien.
Gotcha.
But like it was a demon.
Yeah,
that's what he said. I'm like, nah. I believe.
What did he do after that?
No, what he did.
I would have shit my pants.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Nisa chest out of there.
Nah,
bro.
I don't remember what.
Nah, but low key, like, have you ever been so scared that you just locked up? Like, you were like,
that you freeze up.
Yeah.
So I'm going to tell you guys a story. How I got rid of my paralysis demon. This is a true story that happened to me. So it was like 2 years ago, right? For whatever reason, I had gone to bed. I went to bed that night, and over the last like couple of weeks, I had been having like very vivid dreams. For whatever reason.
Wait, this is recent?
No, this is about 2 years ago.
Okay.
Somewhere in that ballpark. So I had been having like very recent dreams, right? Now, in one of the dreams, I had have you ever seen like the movies where a person just has a blanket over their head and they're supposed to be like a ghost?
Yeah.
I've had situations where I had vivid dreams where I've had like shadowy figures like that show up in front of my bed and they just stand there with a blanket over their head, right? I was like, okay, cool. It is what it is. But it was like, it felt like I was awake whenever I had these dreams. Like I was just in my bed, like sleeping, and it just felt like it was there.
And you
just
couldn't
present.
You couldn't move?
I couldn't move. But I wasn't scared because I'm the type of person that I understand, like, if some shit's gonna happen, it's gonna happen regardless. You're getting scared is really not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen.
Yo, I just imagine you being there like, yep, my time has come. This is it, huh?
Dear Lord.
Like, this is it. Damn.
But again, up until that point, it's only shown up in my dreams, but it wasn't like harassing me or anything. It was just standing there anonymously. I was like, I'm not really that scared of it. It's kind of chill.
It was just one figure?
Just one figure. Now, that night when I went to bed, I was just like, it was a regular night. I went to bed. Somewhere around, like, it felt like it was like midnight. The moonlight was shining in through the window. And for whatever reason, I woke up in the middle of the night and it was there. Now, my curtain, like, swung. It swung a little bit, right? The light that was coming through the window, like, blocked out the room when the curtain swung. Sometimes I leave my window open for context. So it could have been the wind. It could have been the wind that moved the curtain. In that time that it, like, swung, the figure, like, moved from in front of my bed to right next to me. When I tell you what happened next was, like, the most lock-in type of moments I've ever had in my life. For whatever reason, the figure just fell on me. Like, it didn't open its arms or anything like that. It just fell on me. It felt like a sack of bricks. Boom. I'm like, what the fuck is it? Like, I felt the weight of it on my chest. I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on? What do I do? My quickest thought, because I can't move my arms, I'm like, it's got me. I get up. I'll bit that nigga. Never seen that nigga again. I got beef with my sleep paralysis demon, nigga. Yeah. True story. Happened to me. Real story. I've never seen him again. So next time that you guys have sleep paralysis, let that nigga fuck around and find out.
Dile que deja la droga. Dile.
Yo, why the fuck? Yo, why did you, like, have that, like, you had so much motion.
Nah, you really bit him, huh?
I bit him, bro. I remember it to this day, the most vivid fucking dream. If that was a dream, I was locked in. Full control.
Nah.
Nigga said he bit him.
I haven't seen him since. Shit worked. That's a true fact.
Nigga, you exercised the ghost by biting the shit out of it.
That nigga got horny. That's what happened. You little freak mode. Nigga got freaky with his ghost.
Nah, that's a fact.
Nigga felt a ghost jump on him and got horny.
I have not seen it since.
Damn, bro.
Nah, he said he bit a ghost.
Right into him.
Why the fuck you keep saying him?
Why did it he?
Why do you keep saying he?
I don't know what the fuck. I'm bugging.
Right
It's a true story.
Nah, him is crazy.
Damn, bro.
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, bro, he really said he bit a ghost. Nah.
But anyway, let's bring it back to that.
Off topic again.
So
back to the story. Now this doll.
Now the doll is in Louisiana.
Oh,
Yes.
So Louisiana, New Orleans, the place of bad juju everywhere, spirits, everything.
Have you heard what has happened in a couple of the locations where this thing has passed by already?
yeah.
So, for those of you that don't know, apparently there was a plantation in Louisiana where this doll was taken on tour. It's one of the country's largest, like, plantations or something like that.
The oldest plantation.
Oldest plantation.
Yep.
And apparently this place burnt down.
It didn't apparently burn down. It did burn down.
Mysteriously.
As soon as she came through, all them ghosts started acting up.
Wait,
And it burned down vengeful.
did it get any close? Like, it got close to the plantation, or it was just in the same state?
It was in the vicinity.
In the same state.
Yeah. And it burned down.
It burnt down.
And it passed through West Virginia as well. West Virginia is getting flooded right now.
No.
Natural
bitch.
disaster.
What? So in Virginia,
So this is literally sparking the outrage.
The first, these are the only 3 states it's been in?
So the plantation itself, the doll actually physically visited it. It was a part of the tour because apparently that plantation was turned into a resort. So it was like an attraction there to get people to go to that event. The other ones, it looks like that one, it actually was just in the general area, so they're starting to blame it on the doll because
Wow.
they ain't got no other answers to explain that shit.
Why you holding it for your head?
Coincidence?
Now,
I don't know.
I will say, a lot of people, because of the history of the plantation, they weren't sad that it got burnt down. I want to add something to this. I 110% believe that the insurance money is going to be collected by white folk either way.
You think it was set up?
It's a possibility. We can't rule that out. It's a possibility.
Blame it on the ghost.
So that's one of the counter theories that might be floating around on the internet, and I believe that might be a possibility. Could be that this was just set up and orchestrated. Conveniently, they had a doll to blame in this situation.
Yo,
Are they really blaming the doll? Or this is just...
The internet is blaming the doll.
They're saying it's a coincidence. But low-key, what if that's not even really the doll and they're just taking that shit around, like showcasing it just to collect the bread?
You imagine?
What if it's like the...
Like they actually have the doll in a secure location.
and it's like
this
replica?
is just like, they're just telling people that.
They could do that.
They could do that.
It could just be like a hoax.
And it could be like a whole insurance scam.
Now, what would they gain specifically if they did something like that? What would they gain?
Money.
Just the money?
I mean, yeah.
Just
money
what if
and
they
just,
get
and
discovered?
just safety.
But here's the thing. So that doll is a part of that Conjuring series now.
Yeah.
Would they not lose?
It's not a real.
It's not the real doll though. Like the doll they use in the wait. You know the doll they use in the movie is like a different doll, right?
Yeah, it's a whole different doll.
Oh, word.
Yeah. But the stories surrounding that are linked. So even though it's a completely different doll, the story behind it is linked.
So you're saying...
So wouldn't they lose credibility if they were taking around the wrong doll?
But that's not if they don't get caught.
No, not the wrong doll. If they're bringing like a replica, like a good replica.
But that's what I mean. Wouldn't they lose credibility?
If they get
how
caught,
would people know?
How would people know?
If you keep it in a
there
box.
are people out there that are absolute experts in all of this shit. There are people who professionally ghost hunt. They would know.
Bro, they wouldn't know.
They would know.
They wouldn't know, bro.
They would know.
Only Lorraine and the other dude.
The only way they would actually know if somebody got to go in that case, grab that shit, and see what happens.
Damn. That shit go.
And I think it should be
me.
Yeah.
All right.
But don't come around here afterwards.
Just like that too.
Yeah, come on, bro.
I don't think that's
You're the
gonna work
only
twice.
expert here.
I don't think that's gonna work twice.
You're the only expert here in ghost hunting, bro. It gotta be you.
Nah, ghost biting. Nah, but what I did, like with me and AP talking before a little bit before the pod, was that the whole story happened in Pittston.
Yeah, like one of the what's the doctor and the wife? They're the ones who go out there in the movies. You know what I'm talking about?
The doctor and the wife.
Yeah, like the ghost hunting people. It's like a wife and husband.
With the Lorraines from the movie?
Yeah.
The Lorraines? Wait, it's like Lorraine.
Oh, the ones that went to visit.
Yeah, the ones that be doing all the finding out shit.
I don't know.
You're a fake fan, bro.
It's Ed.
Yeah, like Ed and them.
Ed and Lorraine.
They had a case around right in PA, buddy.
Okay.
And apparently the newest one is gonna be going over that.
Oh, okay.
What's gonna happen?
It's gonna be a follow up to that. Now
it's gonna be showing like that specific case.
It's crazy.
Are you gonna watch it? I'm low key. That's a good franchise. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah. I'm gonna watch it.
I gotta watch Final Destination.
Oh, Final Destination was so hard. Oh, that shit was so fire.
I've always
bro.
liked the Final Destination series.
Yeah, man. Yo, you know the
like,
Morgue guy.
Which one?
The guy that be like in multiple Final Destination. He's the black guy that always be in the morgue.
No, I never
deaf?
touched him.
It's not deaf per se, but he's the one that be giving them the hints because he knows.
Oh,
what's
he
going
drops
on.
because
you remember that guy?
Yeah.
He actually died in real life in this movie.
Tony Duck.
Yeah, Tony.
You know he's the voice of Venom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like in the newest Venom.
In the newest game.
Okay.
Yeah. So what? No more Venoms in the universe?
by him.
Yeah.
But this was like his last movie that I was in.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna you didn't watch it either,
I
right?
haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
Damn, bro. He just goes off script and gives the best quote ever. Like knowing, like I felt like he had a feeling his time was gonna be up, so he gave that iconic quote, and then he actually passed away.
That's tough.
That is crazy.
Nah, I definitely gotta watch
That's
it.
tough.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. Elite.
Nah, that is tough.
You think it's the best in the franchise? So what is it? It's a follow up, or it's in the same.
It goes into more details about like kind of interlocking them.
Cause I know like the whole Final Destination series, like it goes like
It's like their universes.
It's not in order.
Yeah.
Like you know, like Fast and Furious type shit. Like the first ones, like they're not in order.
The Fast and Furious are not in order?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I know
You know
you
what I
mean. Like Tokyo Drift came out after the first two, and that's still a part of the same universe. Yeah.
So they got universes too. And then bro, they bring back an iconic kill. I'm not gonna spoil more than that.
Oh shit.
The iconic one.
Okay. I might have to go watch that movie. I keep.
You have to watch it, bro.
It's a good series. I'll go with that.
You saw Ironheart got like the most dislikes.
Oh yeah.
Ironheart. What's that one?
That's like the black female Iron Man.
I did not see.
She's like a super genius too.
It was a Marvel movie.
Yeah, this is like a comic first, and then
She was in Black Panther.
Marvel is disappointing me.
You seen?
Bro.
I see. Didn't even see it.
Yeah, you didn't even know what we're talking about.
This movie didn't even have a conversation around it because I don't even know about it. This is the first time I'm hearing about this movie. Marvel has failed this phase. I can officially say that now. I can officially say.
They barely even dropped anything.
It was a trailer, bro.
Oh, there's a trailer. The movie hasn't dropped. Okay.
I don't even think it's a movie. I think it's a show.
It's a show.
Oh, why, brother?
I mean, the shows be fire.
Shows do be fire sometimes.
Was Thunderbolt good?
Supposedly that shit was good. I didn't watch it, but I heard it was good.
Yeah, I heard actually it was good.
I seen the end credit scene though. The end credit scene is good. It's fire.
I will give you one last chance, Marvel. Don't fuck this up.
What movie you gonna watch next? Fantastic Four?
Yeah, Fantastic Four. I'm definitely gonna watch. I gotta watch that. I gotta watch.
Or
I'm gonna do the
Doomsday.
opposite of that. I'm gonna go see the Thunderbolt movie soon. I'm gonna do the opposite of that.
Yeah.
I'll watch.
It's not really the opposite of it. It's like the next movie that's up.
Well, no. I'll watch the Fantastic Four after.
Yeah, like
so you're just gonna go in order.
Like the end credit scene got something to do with the Fantastic Four.
Before or after?
I think before.
Yeah. So yeah.
Or
Thunderbolts
might be after. I don't know. I don't know when it takes place. I don't know.
All right.
You know, with the whole multiverse.
We will leave it at. We will eventually see both movies, but I'm going to see Thunderbolts first before I watch the Fantastic Four. That's the order I'm going to go.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, go in order, dipshit.
Thunderbolts is right now.
Right. What the fuck is he talking about?
Yo.
Oh shit! But going back to this,
we over here talking about superheroes.
yeah, we were way off.
Stay
on script, bro.
Yeah, stay on script. Follow.
Game.
Next topic.
But along the line, so this is apparently related to the next major story that I'm about to tell you guys about. In the same state where this doll has been going on tour, gentlemen, apparently state and local officials are stating that 10 of the most craziest convicted felons in their facility has broken out of prison. We have a real life prison break.
No, I thought it was 11 people that escaped.
No.
It was 10, right?
It's 10.
It's
10 flat.
10? Oh,
It's 10
shit.
flat. Now I know
I thought it
why
was
you're
11
thinking,
inmates.
I know why you're thinking 11, and I'll explain why in a little bit. So apparently, this happened. Give me one sec. This happened in Louisiana, right around the same time that this doll was being displayed. Louisiana. So
That's how it be, right?
10 criminals escaped around 12 a.m. The inmates forced their cell door, and then around 1:01 a.m. they were seen sprinting out of the jail. So between 12:20 and 1 a.m. it took them about 40 minutes to complete this breakout.
Wait, did you
Forced
see
open-
the photo though? Didn't they escape through like a toilet?
Oh yeah, they opened like
The hatch of the toilet, and they put too easy, but they put the wrong two.
So this is the where the conspiracy starts, because they pretty much burrowed from inside the prison out. In other normal prison breaks where they have some type of assistance, it would be from the outside in. So because other breaks in the past normally work like that, they started doing a little bit of digging. And gentlemen, they have discovered that apparently these inmates had help from the inside.
Oh, yeah.
This was an inside job, gentlemen. So right now, only 5 of the 10 in total that escaped have been caught. What authorities are right now alleging is that apparently the inmates received help from a gentleman that was working on, I believe, sanitation inside of the facility. On top of that, 3 COs have been put on administrative leave while they do an investigation to try to get to the bottom of this, because you got 10 of the craziest people possible have escaped prison. Gentlemen, what are your thoughts right off the bat? That's my question.
So they had help from the inside, they escaped, and then they ran across the highway. From there, they're catching them. They're seeing it through CCTVs. They're walking up I think one of them just got caught sleeping on a bus bench. Mm-hmm. And they're giving out $10K for information. Mm-hmm. Like the FBI is paying people. But Brian, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Okay.
Have you seen that you can actually bet on the order of inmates getting next? And have you partaken in those events?
No, I stopped gambling. I stopped gambling unless it's like a special event. Like the last time that I gambled was when we went to the casino that one time for Blake's birthday. That's the last time I gambled. Yeah, so I've been trying to limit myself on that. Now
that's what losers say.
I did. I considered me a loser. Fuck that. Fuck that. So something that I've been attempting to do, again, like I told you guys at the top of the year, was to try to be healthier. That's just one of the healthy habits I'm trying to adapt. Just not waste money on dumb shit. Like,
wait, you still do your karate class? Or your...
So, since I came back off of my last vacation...
Wait, what is it? Taekwondo? Or what is it?
Judo. So once I came back off jiu-jitsu. Brazilian jiu-jitsu, that's what it is. Let me explain. So once I came back off of my last vacation, for whatever reason, my body has just been like limp. And haven't been able to like get back into the cycle. I went to one class last week. I'll probably go tomorrow.
Have you been going to the gym?
No, I haven't. I've been completely lazy since I got back.
Well, job here.
Yeah, no.
Yo, you know what it might be? That sleep paralysis demon. You said it fell on you and now you heavy.
That was years ago, though.
You might have to go to church.
I go to church, though. Yeah. Every once in a while. I'm not going to say that I'm like there every Sunday, but I try to go to church.
Nah, that's how it be sometimes. You got to hit all the holidays and then like at least one special event type shit throughout the year. So like 4 or 5. Mm-hmm. Right? Am I tweaking? Yeah. And you know, it's funny. We used to be in church like almost every Sunday, and now we barely even go.
No, I try to whenever possible.
Yeah, gotta get back in.
For major holidays and stuff like that, I try to go. And if I'm gonna do something like that week that I know it's gonna be like big and like I need to like lock in gang type shit, I'll go to church for shit like that. And like that helps center me. That's how like I kind of like come back to center for myself, you know?
Yeah, you know, like when you say lock in, you don't gotta say gang. He was like, yeah, I gotta lock in gang.
He's talking to the multiple personalities.
It's like
chill.
Nah.
All right.
But wait, all right, let me ask you this question. Brian, if you escape from jail, right, what would you do to stay free? Now, mind you gotta be realistic.
What am I in jail for?
Something for like 10 plus years, and this is like your second year in there. You got 8 more years and people coming for your pockets.
What am I in jail for? That's my first question.
Nah,
what
you
am
don't
I in
say
jail for? Let's make it very specific.
I know what you're about to say.
Say whatever the fuck you gonna say.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
Say it. Fuck it.
Now you in there
Use
for
your imagination.
Aggravated assault, like you beat the shit out of somebody.
See, But that 10
No.
plus years, did I beat him to almost?
Yeah, death, like 2nd-degree murder.
Okay. No, I got a murder charge. Yeah, no. Once you cross that line, you know that you're kind of in jail for a long time. People that are able and willing to go past that line without any, like, remorse, they'll try their best to stay out of jail. So if I'm in that position, I'm going to stay out of jail for as long as I possibly can. I'll go and take K on the run on them.
But what are you gonna do?
What am I going to do
Like
specifically?
you tiptoed around the whole question.
to stay out of jail.
Yeah,
Oh,
like
okay,
to not
okay.
get caught. Like what is your game plan?
So things that you want to do. First of all, you want to avoid any type of contact with your former past life. That's how they caught a good chunk of these people already, is because they were dumb enough to go visit like family members and shit. Like, what are you doing?
That is true. That's the first place they're gonna look.
Dumbest thing you could possibly
It's
do.
like the easiest 10K, bro.
Yeah, facts.
Like, what the fuck? So I wouldn't even be surprised if a lot of their own family were like, yo, we about to collect this cash game.
Yeah. Nah, I saw they caught one and he was fresh, like in Bape. Like you could tell he just went home and put on his freshest fit.
Yeah.
And then he got caught.
So that's the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Do not go and try to contact your past life. You are now on the run. You are living a brand new life. No phone. First off, no phone. Do not look for a phone. Don't worry about a phone. If you have to use a phone, there are still pay phones that exist out in the wild. Or if not, you can go and borrow a phone from somebody else and just ask them if you can make a quick call. You lost your phone. That's the number one. The next thing that you want to do is you're going to be in your prison uniform. You got to change. You got to make sure to change. If possible, you would want to go into, like, if you could find like an abandoned, like, I wouldn't even say abandoned home. I would say a home where no one's in the residence. You'd probably want to like break in, switch clothes. No, deadass.
I know.
You switch clothes. You probably want to shower, and then you want to make sure to also, if possible, if you have enough time, you want to shave, maybe even your hair, or if not, if you have a beard, get rid of the beard. You want to switch your entire look. Glasses. People underestimate the power of putting on some shades where you can't see the eyes and shit like that. After that, the goal at that point is to get as far out of that general area where they're going to be looking for you as possible. So the first thing that the cops are going to do is that they're going to make a map and try to project how far a person can travel away from that location, either by plane, car, walking, and shit like that. Like, they try to plot that out. How far could this person go with no money, just out in the wild?
If you were the police in charge of that search, what are you doing first? Are you doing
Bus stations.
like foot radius
Foot radius first.
or
Absolutely,
car?
100%.
Yeah, facts.
That's your first
Because they're
go-to.
most likely going to be on foot. Like
Majority of that.
85%. Yeah.
Majority of that time.
You sending dogs in the woods and shit? Would you hide in the woods?
To. You kind of have to. You have no other option. Now, we have drone technology on top of that. We can easily put a couple of drones in the air and try to figure out the path that they would have taken based off of from where in the prison that they broke out from.
Yo, I went
So
to
do you
work.
think it's like beneficial to, instead of being on the run, to hide it out? Like, especially like those first couple days, like they expect you to be on the move, but you technically just hiding somewhere. Like in a cubby.
What do you mean, like a cubby? What do you mean?
So you break out of jail, right? And your first logic is, like you said, you're trying to get away from the vicinity. But instead of like leaving that same day to be on the move, you actually hide somewhere in the facility, in the radius,
That's
for at
stupid.
least like a couple days.
That's stupid because you have to remember, after they figure out that the hole's there, how are you going to escape now?
What are you talking about? Like, you could hide, like, after you escape jail, they don't know exactly where you're at.
But that's
I'm
what-
saying you find a spot to hide at for 2 days,
like a house or something?
like a house, like an abandoned house.
So
or
they would
something.
plan around that. You don't think that they would do an inspection of all of the, like,
But I'm
surrounding
asking you,
facilities
that's what I'm
and houses?
asking you, would that even help out
No, they would
to
expect
hide?
that.
So you have to be on the move no matter what.
You have to. You can't stop moving.
So say you break out of like it, and it depends on like what state too. Because imagine you're in New York, like you're not going nowhere.
It depends.
You really like
It really depends. If you can make it out of a high facility prison, yeah, you can sneak around the city really easy.
Nah, I feel like
Like, think about it.
like if you're in the country, you definitely got a higher chance than you
Think
being
about-
in New York
let's-
with all
let's-
those cameras.
Let's use a real life scenario, the Luigi Mangione situation. He made it out of New York on a bus. And then after he left New York, the only reason he was spotted is because his picture was playing, and the lady behind the counter at McDonald's knew what he looked like based off of the picture and gave off a tip.
But bro, yeah,
that's the only reason. If it
he should have
just
just went drive through, bro. Like, why are you going inside?
He didn't have a car, right?
No, he didn't have a car. At least not.
Or he should have just dipped. Like, why he eating there?
I don't fucking know.
Yeah, he fucked up.
Altoona,
he got cocky.
is deep because they call it in Altoona. That's a deep as fuck. From here, it's about like 2 something.
Damn.
Yeah, so he was deep. He was far away from New York. He wasn't that close to New York.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But I know some buses, they stop at like places to like, they let people eat and shit and then come back on.
Oh.
So if he was on the bus, that might have been what happened. He had no choice but to. He should have stayed on the bus.
He was hungry as shit.
Yeah, he wanted his burger, I guess.
Apparently.
So Brian, answer the question
too, right?
like
You use cash.
probably. Yeah.
Like, you got to use cash
Yeah.
to stay away from the cops.
You do not want to use unless you stole a credit card, and then you start racking up time because you have to remember anything else that you do illegal past this point is just gonna rack you up time once they do catch you. You have to remember that.
I mean,
But you just said the first thing they should do is to break into somebody's home and steal.
They have no other option. That's
true.
You have no other.
Well, that's like, I don't know. I feel like
How are you gonna hide a prison uniform? You can't walk around naked.
No, all right, let's say you boom, right? It's like 11 p.m. You
They
running.
broke out during the day.
All right, you running. Is it morning or is it
Morning.
straight daytime? All right, it's morning. Boom. I bet you running. You see a boutique.
Bright yellow or orange jump.
You see a boutique where it has a clothes outside. You snatch that shit, go into the alleyway, change, and then be out.
How likely is it?
Well, that's still stealing. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
No, but even that
Go into dumpster diving.
possibility. If you were dumpster diving at like the Salvation Army.
But what if?
That is a lick because they do have the
Look,
dumpsters that you can deposit
outside,
stuff.
maybe
That could be a
you
lick.
might be stretching it even with that.
It's donated.
But what
How
if,
close are
like,
Salvation Armies to jails? They're not often that close.
You never know.
but what if, like,
There'll be a jail, Salvation Army, Family Dollar. There's a Family Dollar everywhere.
But what if you get out at 11 a.m., right?
Okay.
And then it's 11 a.m. Like, say, like, your family is at work.
Okay.
So you could just slide to your house.
Right.
Boom. Get some clothes, change some clothes.
Again, we're not supposed to go to our past life
Yeah.
But they're not there.
yet. Once you make it there, they know already in what direction you can. You can only go in one direction, which is another radius.
Oh, so
away
they're
from
already
there.
thinking like, yeah, let's go to the house.
Yeah,
already.
they're gonna already
I think
plan that out.
if you want to do that, you got to go to your cousin crib. Like, don't go to your mom, dad, kids'
No,
house.
not even.
Go to your cousin's house.
That's even more risky because
How?
they have more to gain by selling you out.
But
if
they
they
not
have a
there.
bounty out on your head.
If you know your cousin not there at that time, you slide to his crib.
How are you gonna get in? You got to break into this.
That's right. Break into his cousin's house.
What if
But
they're
then
your
at that point, you
cousins
might as well
though?
break into anybody
They're your
else's house.
cousins though. You could already know
That
like
he not gonna snitch on
they
you.
have the keypad on the thing.
Now, let's pretend that in these situations, these are people that come from rough lives. 9 times out of 10, they didn't have like good backgrounds, so probably not good relationships with their entire family. Do you guys think that these people would then have the access that you guys are attributing that they might have?
It's a hypothetical, bro. Why
That's
you
what I
gotta
mean, but
dive into that
in
shit?
a hypothetical like
I'm
this, you gotta
asking
think of
you
all your options.
How long you gonna? I'm asking you how long you gonna survive, and you over here talking about hypotheticals of how their
right.
background is.
Let me tell you right now. Look,
If you can make it out of the country, you're scotch free. Scotch free.
So you go to make it out the country.
That's your only option. You have no other option.
Canada
what
or
if you
Mexico?
in Maine? What if you already in Maine? Where you about to go? You about to go to Canada?
Canada, you have no option.
Yo,
How you gonna get past the border?
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? How you gonna get past the border?
It's actually really easy. Do you know that's actually easier to come in through the northern border than it comes from the southern border?
But how you gonna do it?
If I'm in Maine, all I have to do is find some type of vehicle that'll take me at least to where the forest line, where the border line would be. Because it's literally a forest that would stop Maine from crossing into into Canada. It's not like when you're crossing in through New York into.
So are you
Toronto.
gonna steal the vehicle or are you gonna hitch a ride with somebody?
Am I gonna what?
Are you gonna steal a vehicle or are you gonna hitch a ride with somebody?
You know what
It depends.
You know what it basically is? It's like Breaking Bad. You know, watching Breaking Bad when Walter White, they already knew who Walter White was, and he
Once
just
they
had to
figured it out,
change his
yeah.
whole life, and he went to like Alaska. That's basically what it is.
You have to. You cannot go back to your last life. It's
That shit was
guy-
OD though. He had to go to who he went to. He went to Saul, and then Saul someone who could.
out of there. Mm-hmm.
It was a whole process.
Nah, that's facts. But again, we're gonna assume that
that shit gotta be real, right?
That definitely happens all the time. But
Yeah.
again, we have to assume that these people have no money. So it's not like Walter, where Walter was able to have the resources to get that kind of shit done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Straight on the run.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are broke on the run. Your only option is to try to get across the country. Now, you could take the risk and try to make it down to Mexico. Now, again, these guys are breaking out from Louisiana, so most of the states that they're surrounded by would be a walk to get to either the north or southern border, no matter how you cut it. Going
They gotta
across the
go
ocean
through
isn't real.
Texas, right? They buy Texas.
They would have to cross through Texas, but not even that. You have to remember is crossing between state lines increases not just the charges, but at that time, the search radius and the amount of police that will be after you.
Bro, to be honest, what people think when they already locked in there for a couple life sentences, like they're already thinking like I'm already in here. Like I don't really care if I rack up more charges.
They just gonna be
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
so
absolutely.
like they're not really thinking that. They're just trying to be out.
Yeah. I agree.
So just be out.
But
Go through
Just be out.
Look, what I would do, it's like, I don't know what I would do. That'd be tough. Because you got no money, you got no resources.
Forgetting is too easy.
You basically a bum, a homeless person. Like how you even gonna you gotta break into somebody's house, shave your hair, or probably they got like some hair dye or something. Get some clothes, and then like your fingerprints as well. Or you gotta figure.
no, you can't really change your fingerprints.
No,
You can
no.
like saw them off.
No,
and shit,
no. I'm
but,
saying like your fingerprints. You gotta like watch out what you touch and shit,
Yeah.
right?
to an extent.
Bro,
Yeah. They're not gonna fucking fingerprint every single thing.
every single thing.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
about like Batman or something.
Yeah, that's more or less what you're going along the lines of. But yeah, they're not gonna go that far.
They'll probably do the search dogs on you. They probably like
Yo.
make it sniff your shit.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Send the
That'll
hounds.
definitely happen.
Yo, I went to work with someone who broke out of jail twice. It's crazy. I'm like,
Nah, twice is crazy.
yeah, twice.
First
is crazy.
time, I'll give it to you. The second time, I'm like,
It can't be contained, bro.
Nah, yeah. And the second time he told me, he was telling me the story that he was like in the woods and that they had like the search dogs and shit, and that he was on top of a tree branch, like he was on the top. And he said like the search dog, like they like called off the search, but they had like the search, like the guard dogs. They were like what, like it was like nighttime, so they were like circling the tree, I guess.
okay.
But like they just couldn't, like they just didn't know where he was, but he was up top on a tree. So they called the search. They called the search, and then he just, a nigga did. He said,
Skate through there.
yeah, and then he said he got caught up because he went to like he seen like some old guy, and he like got like a ride from him. Pause. He got like he hitched a ride from like some old guy, and the old guy like tipped him off or something. I don't know. But yeah, that shit crazy. Yo. Like you really be working with some crazy people, bro.
Now going back,
You don't know
to,
who you be working with.
Going back to a person that assisted them in this situation, it's a maintenance worker. I said a sanitation earlier. It's actually a maintenance worker by the name of Sterling Williams. So apparently the crevice where these guys escaped through was behind some type of like toilet. What the police are alleging is that they discovered that the toilet, like the water, was turned off. That's why they never noticed any like spill or anything. They're like, if you're moving a toilet and you rip this thing off the plumbing, there should be water everywhere.
Right.
There was no water. So that's why they're alleging that they actually got assistance from this specific maintenance worker. If that is the case, we don't know if this is 100% because they just arrested the guy. What type of time should this guy get? 10 counts of assisting to escape a convicted felon. 10 counts.
At least like 10 years.
15.
1 year per inmate?
No, 20 years, and then he'll get off in 7.5 with good behavior. I'm just guessing that's what's going to happen.
Now, let's say this guy freed all of these people, right? They are all out of jail. My question then becomes, once they become free, and then those people, let's say, commit a bunch of other crimes and other people, innocent people, die during the time that these people are free, does the maintenance guy pick up charges along with whatever he does?
What's the charge for like assisting with a murder? Would that be second degree? Accessory to murder.
Do you guys think that they would hit him with those type of charges, and what type of time would they add if that?
I want to know what they did to convince this guy to do it. That's what I want to know. What you think?
It all depends. It really depends. Like,
Can't
if this
be
guy
money,
was,
right?
It could be.
I mean, they could be paid on the outside.
Yeah, it could be. There could have been like promised them like, yo, we're gonna bankroll you this and that. And something that happens a lot in prisons is that they have like, if you've ever read like the 48 Laws of Power, they have power structures like that inside of prisons where high notoriety prisoners can have influence even with the workers inside of the prison. That's how much power and influence some of them can have.
So it's like when Cecil went to jail in Invincible, and then he was just running the whole
The
jail.
entire joint, yeah, that type of level type shit.
So I had to break it down in cartoon terms for you.
You got it though. You got it.
I got it.
But yeah, that happens in real life inside of prisons.
Yeah.
There are prisoners that have that level of power.
Would you be the big boss in prison?
No. No, I
What would you
would
be?
keep my head down. I don't know nobody. I don't.
Hey.
That's how I would.
Facts. You just there.
Yeah, I'm just here serving my time, bro. Just let me be.
Yeah.
That would have been me. Yeah.
Volunteer for like the trash pickup.
But what
and
if
shit?
somebody you get your lunch and somebody just say, "Hey, you," boom, and he just smack your lunch tray? What you about to do after?
All right. Unfortunately, because of how power laws work, you gotta beat the shit out of him. Even if you get the shit kicked out of you, you gotta beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, you
got
can't let them bitch you.
Yeah. You have to, because if they, especially if they do it in the middle of the like a cafeteria, everybody else notices that, and then if you don't react, they know that you're easy to fucking pull a fast one on.
Yeah.
So you have to establish some type of like, at least you're gonna fight back, at least bare minimum. So yeah, you have to be very careful when it comes to like power plays, especially in a setting like prison, because niggas got nothing else but to plot all day.
Yeah.
That's literally all they got time for.
And remember, use the gel soap. Yeah, use the shower gel. Don't use bars of soap, because if you drop it, it's game over.
How you know that?
It's common sense.
I thought they only gave them the bars of soap. That's why the joke is. They get gel? How does Big Nasty know
You
this?
gotta make it work. You get gel. You gotta make it work.
Oh, shit.
Tie that soap to a rope. You can't even do that.
Nah.
That's so too.
If you ever need to make a quick blunt object to defend yourself with, you take off one of your socks and you put a bar of soap in it.
Yeah, you just swing that shit.
Swing that motherfucker.
Boom.
Quick defense. See, I'd survive a good chunk of time in jail. I know a thing or two.
You watch some movies.
Nah, I imagine day one somebody just gonna come to your tray and just take your like orange or something.
And grab your head.
He gonna be like,
Give you a noogie.
and he gonna be like, I ain't want it anyway. I didn't even want that.
They gonna have fun with you.
Oh, fuck. Nah, but
Wait, so there's 5 left from
there's
the
still
10?
5 left that they're currently looking for, correct? Yes.
And from all the people that got caught, they all got paid. Like the people that tipped them off, they all got paid.
I don't think they were all tip offs. I think they just went with their leads and they got them eventually.
Damn.
Yeah, I would estimate that the other 5 guys.
I think like 2 of them might have been tipped off.
I'm
How far do you think they're gonna get? I think
again, if they're smart and they
2 weeks is gonna be the longest.
if they're smart, because they're in Louisiana, so it's not that It's more rural in terms of like compared to the rest of the U.S. It's still very well developed, so they would have to hit major cities every once in a while. But it's not as developed as like something like New Jersey, New York, and PA.
Louisiana, you could go to like the swampland or something, right?
You can escape through like marshlands and shit like that. So yeah, that's completely a possibility. I would say that if they're really keeping their head low and they can like. If they're very convincing and very good, like charismatic and good at talking to people, they could get pretty far. They could make it. They could probably make it across state lines. So I would prepare for at least one of them. Statistically, 1 in 10 of them has to be smart enough to get out of the state. But we'll see. We'll see.
Think
we'll
one?
See. At least one.
I put money on it.
How much
I put 20.
20?
Yeah.
Oh,
nah, it's like.
Oh,
Yeah, I tricked them, right? You gambling now. You said you stopped.
Look how quick he did it.
You see?
damn.
Nah, you sure? Like, you for sure, you think, like, at least one?
At least one.
Sheesh.
Gonna make it out. But how long you think? Because you could make it out and get caught the next day.
Possibility, yeah.
I say they should round them all up in 2 weeks.
2 weeks time? Nah.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Over under.
You said-
You
you
guys
said-
are
you said
going
over?
then under 2 weeks? I say over.
That's exactly 2 weeks.
I say over 2 weeks. I say it's over 2 weeks.
I don't know. I might say no. Yeah, I might go with under.
Under? All right. So lock it in, gang. I'm going to put up a poll this week. That's going to be this week's poll. Are they going to go over or under on this prison break situation? I think it's going to be over 2 weeks to catch all 10 of them. Statistically, I'm telling you, at least one of them has to be smart enough to get out of the state at least. That's my current assumption. All right, gentlemen, but that brings us to the ad break. Do you guys want to tell the audience where they could find all of our socials if they are interested in following us on other platforms?
Just join us on our link tree. You can find all our videos and podcasts on YouTube, YouTube Music, Spotify, Apple Music, and Castbox. Join our conversation in our Discord. And Melly, take it off.
And if you're really liking this, you could follow us on our social media, Instagram, X, whatever, on our TikTok as well. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Now, moving along the lines here, Melly, you brought up the Joey Badass situation going against the entire West Coast. What the fuck's going on here? Fill me in. I'm so confused right now.
So recently, well, not really recently, like a couple months, Joey Badass, he dissed like a couple. Well, he dissed the West Coast.
The entire West Coast.
Yeah, and so now like some of the West Coast rappers.
Now, was it like a jab? Was this like a directed diss track? Like, well, how did he diss them specifically?
It was kind of like a direct diss track.
Direct diss track.
Yeah.
Okay.
And like the words he said, it was like very direct as well.
Mentioned names.
I don't think he mentioned any names, no. But he was just talking about he said there's a lot of West Coast dick licking nowadays, basically talking about Kendrick.
Okay.
And so the TDE members, some TDE members, they responded to Joey Badass. So now there's like a little back and forth going on right now. So I wanted to bring this up as well.
Okay.
You know how now, like who's at the top of the game? Who do you think is like number one right now? It's gotta be Kendrick, right?
Technically.
Gotta be Kendrick,
but I'm not really.
So. Yeah, he like on a little tour run right now.
I'll say technically, I'm not 100% that he's the top of like the rap game. Like,
So
I feel like nobody has like
who do you
real
think?
control right now.
It's like a fake number one.
Type shit. That's how I feel.
All right.
Like he's
like
number one, but yeah, he's not. I don't consider him like that.
It's more like he's number one for now, type shit.
All right, so Kendrick Lamar is number one for now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I want to know: do y'all think Kendrick Lamar's gonna respond, or do you think he should respond?
He's not gonna respond. He's gonna try to let his little young bulls do it. Cause wasn't Daylight like trading diss tracks with Joey Badass?
Correct.
Yeah, and they're throwing something like he's like basically saying, which I would do the same shit. Like, bro,
Which
you're not worth
TDE
my
artist? Which TDE?
You know who
artist
Daylight
guys-
is?
Who?
You know who Daylight is?
No, I never heard of him.
Yo, you got to tap into the rap battles, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like a freestyler, right?
Yeah, that shit goes so crazy. Have you ever seen like any rap battle
Seen
growing
rap
up?
battles, yes.
Who's your go-to?
My go-to? I don't have like a real go-to. I don't listen to rap battles to like fill in for music, but like I listen to rappers that have battle rap like styles.
My favorite is B Rabbit.
I don't know who that is.
Brian probably like
From Ema. It's Eminem.
Oh, this nigga.
Do you know what's crazy though? I feel like you would like rap battles because you really gotta like pay attention to what they saying. Like,
Lyrical shit. But again, I listen to artists that rap like that. I don't know if they actually have like passed in rap battle, but they rap in those styles where it's like it's some really like creative lyrical shit. Like I was listening to I forgot what artist, and he went like something along the lines of when I raised my like Glock or some shit, like it's my stepchild. Like that shit's a bar. Like that's just a bar.
I think
like I listen to rappers that have like say shit like that. That's the type of rappers I listen to.
Yeah.
Or like kicking pregnant women downstairs.
I can't wait. Nah, he said I'd kick your baby mama down a set of stairs. Some crazy shit like that, and I was like, yo, no, he really hard.
Nah, bro, you gotta relax. You
That's hard,
chill.
bro. I don't get, if you got beef with someone, that's some
chill.
crazy bars you can throw at him, bro.
That is crazy. Yo, but okay, so y'all saying that Kendrick shouldn't respond, right?
Nah.
But both of y'all
It
say
makes
that?
no sense to even respond.
For Kendrick to respond.
So Kendrick is number one, but I like to say that Drake was always battling. Always responded. Never ducked smoke. Say one time Drake's ducked smoke.
The problem, again, with Drake
But can
is
you say
because
it?
I'm not gonna... I don't have any cases where he did duck it. I will give you that. There are no documented cases where he
Never
did duck
ducked smoke.
I'll give him that.
But Kendrick Lamar is always seen as the he's the one. He's the boogeyman.
But Drake
he's the one you don't want to mess with.
Drake had more
Right.
to prove because everybody thought he was soft because of all of the singing music that he puts out.
Come on now, man.
People, am I lying?
Imagine someone call out Drake like Joey Badass called out the West Coast, called out Kendrick Lamar. You know Drake was for sure gonna respond.
Again,
That's true.
100%.
And if
Always.
and it'll be like a subliminal type shit.
It'd be a subliminal or he'll really say something.
But again, what
Like
I'm
a-
saying,
like a diss or something.
What I'm saying is Drake had more to prove in that sense because people didn't take him seriously because he was a Canadian, he was half white, half black, he was Jewish, he was a fucking actor before that. Like people didn't take him serious as an artist. So Drake had more to prove in those moments.
No, bro, I don't want to hear that, bro. If you a rapper, you should respond. Don't be trying to rap battle Drake because he's at the tippity top and you want all that clout. Nah, rap battle with Joe, and Joey Badass is a great foe for Kendrick Lamar as well. Say he's not.
No.
What?
He just fought Drake.
And
He just fought Drake and won, and he's gonna go and fight
Bro,
Joey Badass.
and Drake wasn't beefing with Kanye, and then he started beefing with Pusha
But
T.
Kanye is at a higher level. Pusha T is.
But how about Pusha T though? Why he was beefing with Pusha T?
Pusha T was fucking saying some crazy shit.
And how about Meek Mill? How about Meek?
What do you mean?
Meek.
Well, no, Meek was just an easy one to kick. He was hot at the time. He was just easy to kick.
Nah, but Meek started it.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Meek was easy to kick because he knew that he could out.
You want to hear a
he could
crazy
out-rap
theory,
Meek.
bro?
And Joey Badass isn't like lower than to Kendrick.
Lower in status, yeah, I would say that, yeah.
So is it that like Drake and Meek?
But again, Meek was hot at the moment.
Yeah, check.
Meek was still hot at the
Joey
moment.
Badass. Joey Badass not hot rapping right now.
Not currently, no. I haven't heard anybody tell me, yo, bro, you heard that new Joey Badass?
I mean, not in terms of that, but I'm saying like
that's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
saying in the rap battle though, like there's actually talk about him going against.
Again, that's underground. We're talking mainstream. In the mainstream eyes. That's what we're talking about in that context.
You want to hear a crazy theory?
So Kendrick Lamar,
Rick Ross.
Thank you.
Gave P. Diddy Meek Mill as a gift.
Huh?
Yeah. Remember, you notice how there hasn't been a
Thinking cap on, but this one all the way on.
You haven't seen
Tell me on this.
you haven't seen a Maybach music in a little bit, right? And then what happens?
Every once in a while,
Meek Mill started hanging out with the Diddler, and it's well documented.
Nah, they actually dropped a collab album. What do you mean?
No.
That was like 2 years ago.
What, the Meek and Rick Ross?
Yeah.
Wasn't it like
that was
this
just
summer?
to recoup funds.
Wasn't it this summer?
Nah.
Wasn't it? Was 2 years ago?
It's a while back, bro. Because that shit, I didn't even hear about. Like, I didn't listen to any of the songs.
That's fucking.
But I know it came out.
Okay.
Type shit. But listen, Rick Ross is like, I'm losing money with this guy here, the Diddler. Take him in, and I heard. Steve Harvey, they're clipping clips of Steve Harvey saying mad crazy shit about baby oil. Because you know how they're saying that Steve Harvey is now interconnected with it?
Oh.
So I see that, but I haven't actually looked further into the case to try to see what that connection is. I haven't heard, at least on my feed or anything like that, like anything crazy that connects him to him. From what I'm seeing online, the chatter is that he's been like on the down low, invited to Diddy parties and shit like that. And apparently Diddy like pretty much owns him and has been
owns him.
That is what the internet is alleging. That is not what, that I confirmed from the court trials or anything like that. That's just what I've seen alleged.
Wait, alleged that Diddy owns Steve Harvey?
By blackmail. Like on some Epstein shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah. That's what they're alleging. Nothing crazy. That's just a conspiracy theory as of right now. I haven't confirmed.
Tell Steve Harvey I don't wanna.
You think Diddy? Nah, Diddy definitely has like blackmail on a lot of celebrities.
Possibility, more than a possibility. That's probably 100% true.
You think Diddy was? You think Diddy like he like groomed Justin Bieber?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
Like you know how
So-
you know how Diddy did it to Usher?
Right now,
He like brought him to like those weird parties and shit.
So right now we're still in the early stages of this trial. This trial is set to go on for the next 8 weeks. As they progress, something that they did note is that you're going to see a lot of high-profile celebrity names being named at this trial and people being brought in as as like testimony, like firsthand testimony and witnesses. Now, some of the names that have already popped up have been like Steve Harvey and people of that nature. So it's like a lot of high notoriety people. I wouldn't be surprised if Justin Bieber and people like that are also like on the seat at the testimony.
You think they're gonna bring up Kanye and Kim? There is a picture of them at a Diddy party, all
Maybe.
white. You think that's why Kanye's acting insane right now? Because then they wouldn't call him to the stand.
You would have heard about it. Kanye would have told us.
And that's why
Diddy diddled me or some shit. You would have dropped the
Diddy's my cousin. Nah, crazy.
Craziest reveal.
And then you imagine
reveal.
like Kim K is becoming a lawyer to get out of this debacle altogether. That'd be a crazy conspiracy theory.
that'd be insane.
Oh shit. Nah, I don't think that Kanye is gonna be like directly related to any of like the Diddy parties or anything like that. I don't think so. Because
who knows?
Is the type of person that talks too much.
I want what happened to that guy's assistant? You remember his assistant that always dressed fly and he never talked? Fiddlesworth?
What?
Who did
Who is
Diddy's
this?
Yeah, Diddy's assistant, the fly one. He
His
just
name was
never.
Fonzworth?
I believe so. He
Yeah,
was
that
black
nigga did
with
it.
a little mustache.
Whatever he did it.
He used to be with Diddy all the time. It was like his
Yo!
personal assistant. And he used to come in like the craziest design suits, just fly every day.
Nah, that's insane, bro. Yeah, that guy needs jail, forever jail.
Yeah, man.
How many years you guys are thinking that at this point, with everything you've heard revealed about this trial, if he does get convicted with these federal charges, how much federal time do you think he's serving?
Shit.
50, 60 years.
50, 60?
Yeah.
Okay. That's reasonable.
I think that's it. I don't think they'll for life him unless some crazy evidence comes through.
What would be crazy enough to give him life?
Somebody with a video, I guess.
But they
definitely got
already know
videos,
that
right?
some of these were recorded. We already know that.
Like somebody leaks the whole video and everybody's... Yo, good question. Why isn't this televised?
Oh, because it's in New York, right?
No, not even that. It's to avoid the jury from being contaminated with like sway from the media and shit like that.
So you know what I heard though?
What happened?
That the FBI went in there and swapped Diddy out with another person. And that Diddy's already at Guantanamo chilling.
All right, so then, my question to counter your argument: the state has given Diddy the permission to apparently watch like all of the Knicks games or something like that while in prison. Why would they give that to a rando?
To sell the story? Because, bro, who the fuck cares?
Conspiracy theory hat off on this one.
Yeah. Give him the basketball.
Wait, have you seen...
Give him the basketball channel. Nah, I don't know. That's what I've just been seeing. That there's no cameras because they already switched it.
I thought you were talking about the video I sent when you told him to get the basketball.
Oh, nah.
Nah, but wait, what up? Have y'all seen that one video that supposedly it's Diddy? He has like a motorcycle.
In jail? Yeah, I've seen
Is that real?
I don't know.
It's a possibility at this point. Again, this is a guy with a lot of fucking money and a lot of resources. If he wanted to get a motorcycle in jail, he probably could. I don't fucking know, bro. Like our legal system is fucking, it's destroyed, bro. You can pretty much do whatever you want if you're an inmate.
Yo, if I were to go to jail, I'll go to jail in Sweden. They got the nice shits.
What they got over there?
Like, it just looks better.
The prisons are more like rehabilitation centers. They're not actually like the prisons that we know of and see here in the U.S. It's not like crowded conditions or anything like that. And they actually like work with the inmates to try to like rehabilitate them. So when they actually leave, they're productive members of society.
I think their cells like are always open and you could just walk in the community room and shit like that and play like ping pong.
What type of freaking like criminals are these?
Regular criminals.
Yeah.
So if you kill somebody, you can still like walk around your shit?
Yeah, you can walk around like in a regular prison like everybody else. Like the people that are like mentally like unstable, like countries like that understand that people are mentally unstable and those people get institutionalized. But the people that we know like were just circumstantial, they'll try to work with them to try to make them better people.
Like drug dealers,
Yeah.
like he ain't hurt nobody.
Yeah,
like
you
low
can
level.
rehabilitate them. That's easy. So like other
don't do that
countries,
again.
other countries are way better at fixing their crime rates because they have those type of programs. Now I forgot what country specifically, but they have an island that they actually send the prisoners to that are run by the prisoners, and no one's ever tried to escape the island after being left there unless they're done with their sentence. Like they work together to like form a society and they learn like different skills and shit like that. Like that happens in other countries where they're smart enough to know how prison works.
Word.
But yeah, this case is definitely gonna go on for a long time. So we're just starting this. We're day 12, I think today was, or something like that. So yeah, we got at least another couple weeks to go.
All right, bro. Would you rather eat a cake and sit on a dick or eat a dick and sit on a cake?
What the fuck? Big Nasty.
I felt like
Where
we were
is
just.
this? No, time
I
out,
feel like this episode's just running on, bro. We gotta talk about something.
Let me ask you. Let me ask you a real question.
No, answer mine first.
Nah, that's crazy. Nah, I say some crazy shit, but that one was a wild one. That was a wild one.
Nah, Brian. Romo. Would you rather would you rather be you versus 100 gorillas, or you spending 100 nights, 100 freak-offs with Diddy?
In what part of the freak-off am I partaking in? I gotta ask the question. Am I just jerking it in the corner and that's the worst I have to do?
You don't want supplying the.
What I gotta do?
Oh no. Hey yo.
You gotta give me for this hypothetical.
You don't want
give me a situation.
You don't want rubbing to sit on Diddy's on Diddy's chest.
Oh, so you rubbing them down?
I'm rubbing them down.
With the you know.
See,
Would you rather that or versus 100 gorillas? What would you do?
Yo, take the gorillas, bro. Save yourself the embarrassment.
I'm gonna be honest, you guys. I only have to survive 100 nights of that. Oh no, it's only 100 nights. I might go to the freak offs. I'm gonna be honest. That 100 gorillas, that's an instant death. That's instant death.
No, you're supposed to say the gorillas just to be hard, bro. This guy. We all know what you would have picked. That's why he said it.
He's definitely gonna be hard.
That's why he said it. We knew what you were gonna pick.
Yo, that's fucking crazy.
So are we announcing it, guys?
Pause.
Oh, yeah. Go for it, McNasty. Start it off.
All right. Thank you. Yo, what the fuck? Guys, welcome to the end of episode 20. We're calling this season 3, ending of season 3. We're ending this off on the haunted Raggedy Ann
The prison break.
prison.
Joey
Well, we
Bada
gotta
story.
we gotta make it fit. I guess all 3. We don't know what the title is just yet, but this was the season finale. We're gonna take a hiatus.
1 week. It's only 1 week. We're not gonna fucking disappear forever.
Allegedly.
Yeah, it's only no.
Melly
no,
said he's gonna go raise his
only-
family.
It is only 1 week. It is only 1 week.
We're gonna take a hiatus, come back,
Yeah.
and get things rolling again.
And next time you see us, we're almost gonna have an afro.
Yeah.
I gotta grow my hair out. No, pick something else. Pick something else. Don't set an afro.
Hey yo.
What do you whisper?
All right, guys. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Video portions are on YouTube. TikTok has been blowing up. We're dropping on that as soon as we can. We're going to continue to drop on TikTok. We're going to throw back some throwbacks on it. We'll see you guys whenever we see you guys.
Yeah, but you guys, if you guys like the episode, again, like McNasty said, like, share, comment, subscribe, share with all your friends. Make sure you go to the link tree. That is linktr.ee/high notes, HI, notes with an S, podcast, if you guys want more of the content. Again, this week we're going to post up inside of the Spotify, the poll this week. We're going to go on the over-under on either 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks before we capture all of these escaped inmates. Make sure you partake in the post on there. Melly, do you want to say anything to close out this season 3 for now?
Hey man, season 3, it's been a ride. And yeah, just send this podcast to everybody. Send it to your grandma. Send it to your auntie, your uncle. You know, the uncle that you think is weird in the cookout. Send it to everybody. We trying to go crazy.
We are trying to go crazy with these.
Yeah, facts. Don't send it to your weird uncle. I think that you could skip on that one, though.
Your weird uncle might fuck with us, low. Low key.
What does that mean? What does that mean? All right, we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Let's take that action. Let's actually take a photo now.